An unusual interest. Since my childhood, I have been a person who is unusually inclined towards ghost stories and paranormal activities, but is not too brave to encounter one. I lived in New Delhi, and my extended family was settled here too. When I was in school, which wasn't very far away from my home, I always used to stare at a building which was possibly abandoned a long time ago and seemed mysterious and haunted. I always wondered if I would be able to go there someday and know why a building which was in a good and central location was never bought or rented by anyone. I was not able to get to know about it because my parents didn't allow. It was an uphill battle to convince my strict parents. After the last day of the school, a day before my farewell, I kept asking my parents to just let me explore the society and ask from the people and security guards about the building. I won't go inside, I promise. I spoke. My parents finally allowed me to go there and took a promise that I won't spend much time and be back home just half an hour late of the normal timings. They gave me taunts about being an introvert, but getting ready to interact with strangers to know about the building. The next day, I was getting ready happily, not because of the excitement of the farewell, but more because of exploring that mysterious building. The farewell was over at 3 p.m., with good food, dance, memorable pictures, and some emotional moments. It was hard to say bye to the school and all the people and friends to whom I was attached to. I left the school. It was a good thing that I chose to visit the building on the day of our farewell, because it was the only day on which we were allowed to bring smartphones. This later helped me a lot. I gathered my confidence and tried to ask about it from the society guard. He was an old man with very strange way of talking. He gave a pause almost after every 2 words, an abnormal pause. He said, "Hi, whom are you looking for? Where do you want to go?" I told him that I had not come to visit anyone, but I wanted to know about the abandoned building. He had never seen me, even though I came to the nearby school, because he stayed opposite to the school area. "But why do you want to know about it?" I thought that somehow his question was valid, and I just can't tell him that I wanted to know its mystery because of my uncanny interest. I started cooking a fake story. Actually, someone from my family wants to buy it, and I was just passing by, so I thought to ask about why a house in a central location was not purchased by anyone since a long time, as I had seen it being abandoned for the past many years when I used to come to the nearby school. He said, "Well, that's great. Someone is interested in buying this house after 20 years. He didn't mention the reason why the family had left and why no one purchased it for 20 years. Before I could ask him again, he stood up and said, "Please wait. I am coming in a minute," and went away. He came back quickly and gave me the keys of that house. The family that left 20 years ago told me to give these keys to whosoever is interested in buying this house. You can go inside and see the house, but you will have to manage with your smartphone torch because there is no electricity. I could not decide whether to go inside or not because I had given a word to my parents that I won't enter the house. On the other hand, I thought that he won't give me the keys in future, and this might be the first and last chance for me to enter the house. I was puzzled. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was my mother. "Are you still there? Did you go inside?" She threw several questions on me within a second. "Yes, I am here, but I did not go inside." I stuttered as I was about to do that. She did not notice my stuttering voice and spoke further. "That's better to hear. And now I am expecting you to be back home quickly, because we have to visit your aunt's house. She's leaving for Canada tonight." "But you didn't tell me this last night when I was seeking permission from you to come here." I spoke. She giggled and said, "So that you don't have an opportunity to break your promise and go inside, but why are you being disappointed when you were already not planning to go inside, and enough time has passed already to inquire about it from the people and guards?" "Okay, Mom, I will be back in 15 minutes. I spoke. She ended the call without even asking about what I got to know about that house, because she was not bothered of all this and was least interested. Now the decision was crystal clear. I couldn't take the keys from him. I told him, "Sorry. Actually, I will have to leave because of some urgent work. I will take the keys some other day." Though I knew I won't be able to come here anymore, I spoke this. He seemed disappointed and told me to take the keys with me. This was surprising and shocking for me at the same time. He continued, "I am leaving for my village today and possibly will return after many months, or maybe not. The new guard doesn't know about it and won't give you the keys, so you can take them and come whenever. You are free." I knew I won't be coming here anymore, but still I took the keys as he was insisting to do so. I thought that maybe if my life gives me another opportunity to come here, then these keys would help. I took the keys and left after saying thank you. I went back home and told my parents. I didn't get to know much, but all I could find out was that it is abandoned for 20 years. I gave them no clue about the keys. They just said, "Okay, whatever, but now you won't go there ever." After agreeing to them, I went to my room for getting ready to leave for Aunt's house. "I'll have to find a good place to hide these keys," I said to myself. Though I couldn't find a very good place to hide, because there wasn't much time, I hid it in a small box and kept it in the drawer of my study table, which was rarely opened by my parents. We soon left for my aunt's house and bid her a goodbye at the airport. We came late at night as airport was several miles away from our home. Tired, I just slept and didn't think about that house anymore. Next morning, the matter wasn't lifted, and I didn't talk about it for a long time. The matter was closed.